Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? I believe we are. Soon. 3, 2, 1. Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, what is up? This is Olivia Igwe coming live from London. If you guys are watching me on a replay, drop me a hashtag style. Y'all know the drill. I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media and also to earn at the same time. TikTok, I shall leave the live on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube, so you guys can watch me there. If you're not on YouTube, that's absolutely on TikTok, on Insta, Facebook, that's absolutely fine. Chiara, Naïma, comment tu vas? Ça fait longtemps. Philippe, joyeux anniversaire. Okay, let's jump into the talk of, oh yeah, and if you're wanting to earn extra income, all you need to do is hashtag hybrid, message me on Insta. That's probably the easiest way that you can tell me, that you can connect with me. So I wanted to talk about 3 ways of how to have grit. Hey, Talisha. Hey, just saying, love the username. 3 ways of how to have grit. And I was having this conversation because it inspired me, because I posted this thing on my stories on my Insta, or I posted on Facebook saying, I don't know if anybody's seen the film Squid Games. I haven't seen it. I think I've seen like a little bit of it, like just a snapshot of the trailer, and that was it. That's all I really did. So that's all. If you guys have watched Squid Game, do tell me, because I don't. If you're looking at somebody that will just stick to Disney, okay, Disney movies. This is an interesting topic. It's one that I feel I really got inspired. So let me tell you the story of how I got there, and then a couple of tips for you guys. And if you can't continue watching it, that's absolutely fine. I'll leave it anyway on the replay so you guys can catch it. So from the film, the Netflix, it was, you know what, I'm actually going to get the thing. So I have the exact story which I wanted to share, which I found really interesting, because if you're in business, this is something I don't want you to give up. Okay. Don't give up on a bad day. Do not, I repeat, do not give up on a bad day. So as I'm looking and it's loading for the Squid Game movies, it was, so the Squid, so I'm going to read and then it will probably make sense. Squid Game's creator pitched the script to studios 10 years. For 10 years, he talked about the squid, he pitched the idea. 10 years. They rejected him every single day. Now, can you imagine? You have an idea and you pitch it. 1, 2, year 3, you come along. Year 4, you're coming along, right? And Netflix took a chance, and it became the most watched film, sorry, my dyslexia, most watched show ever in 28 days. The persistence turned a no into 90 million US dollars. So my question to you is, have you been rejected constantly or recently? Keep going. You're closer to success. Can you imagine you have an idea, business idea, and you're rejected 10 times? Hey, MK. Hey, Cherry. You're rejected 10 times to something and an idea that you had, but it's only on the 10th time that they said yes. And so that brought me to a conversation. Hey, Magda. That brought me to a conversation that I was having with a friend who was telling me, because I was telling her about me working out. You guys know I work out every single day. Like, well, if I could go 7 days, I would, but I forced myself to have a day of rest. And she was saying, a lot of people wouldn't go because they'd quit on that bad day. So my thing for you is, what if you kept on just showing up every single day for your business, or you just pitched again? And, there's certain ways that we say in terms of like pitching to ask, if you can follow up with the person, etc. But I much rather somebody that keeps on knocking on my door. Hey, Sammy, hey, Kiara, on saying, hey, look, I'm convinced about what I have. I know it will help. It may not be right now, but, I could still follow up. I heard this other person who was in business, right? He was in the network marketing game. I can't remember his name. I see his face, and he sent for 17 years flowers to the same person. Yeah, absolutely. Edison. And he followed up 17 times with the person, and she joined his business and was one of the biggest legs in the business, generated millions, etc. And he's still living off that one leg of business that generated millions. Right now, he's like, I don't think he recruits anymore. But what if you're one handshake away? So I want to share the 3 things for me of how I've been able to put grit. And TikTok, I'm going to leave the live on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube so you guys can watch it there. But number 1, it's you've got to commit, right? What is the commitment that you're going to have on your life? Me committing to me going to CrossFit every single day is not because, yes, I want to look sexy naked. Yes, I already look good naked, right? I already look good. I know. But it's because like I want to be able to have the discipline, because if I have the discipline in business, then automatically I have the business in the rest. Oh, hey, how's it going, Tiva? I heard that. Who was I? Can't remind me. You remind me. No, you remind me. I can't remember who it was. Hey, Kobe. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Luis. Right? So I want you to understand that if you commit, there's no going back. If you commit and you say, look, I'm going all in. I'm going all in. I wasn't good at the gym before, but this is the time. Automatically it shifts. Now you're probably saying, yo, Olivia, but that's cool. Commitment for a lot of people is a lot. Because I was talking to someone, and here is what grit actually means. It means it's a positive trait that describes someone who is determined and persevering, especially hardworking during long-term goals, right? Courage and determination despite the difficulty. You're going through it. Good. I want you to continue. I don't want you to give up, right? It'll be on my thoughts in the next 48 hours. Just like me, it'll be my thoughts, Suit and Magda. We're on a mission. But if you decide and you tell it to 7 different layers of people, automatically it's done. So I've told a goal that I'm going running for, and I've told it to 7 different people. And it's actually kind of scary because the outcome is so big that I have no choice but to do it, right? Hey, Jason. So I want you to understand, what is it that you can commit for, and you're like, this, I'm going all in. And if you need, talk to the Holy Spirit. Don't talk to me, talk to the Holy Spirit. I'm not the right person for you. Okay. I can only commit, I can only hold you accountable if we're like in business. If we're not, I can only through conversation. Okay. Number 2 is I want you to learn a new skill. Why? Because grit will have you fall in love with the process without it being there. So when I say fall in love with the skills in terms of like going to learning, I don't know how to a handstand, right? Or, a clean and jerk, or, a new skill of how to sell. That's one of the reasons why I love network marketing, is because we're getting you out of your comfort zone. You don't maybe have the skill to talk to people, talk to strangers. I will teach you, right? But if you learn a new skill, automatically in your brain, you're telling yourself, okay, I'm pushing it, right? So for example, for me right now, I am doing sort of like a meditation before I do CrossFit. So I wake up at 4:50, roll out of bed, right? 4:50, brush my teeth, don't drink any water, and then jump into meditation for 30 minutes with my girlfriend, Liga. And then from 5:30 to 6:37, I go CrossFit, right? 5 days a week. Weekends, a little bit different. I'll still work out, but not as early, right? Why am I doing it? Well, because 1, I'm crazy. Number 2, I'm doing the hardest thing in the morning. Right? One side note, my son is done eating pizza. I had time to speak and sign up a partner. Great. Congrats, girl. You're winning. Love that. So you find when you're in this new skill, you're pushing yourself. It's not convenient for me to do CrossFit early in the morning, but I know it gets me to do the hardest thing. Even if I had like sore arms. Hey, I see you, Amira. Right? I want you to understand, if you can learn in this, the new skill of number 1, deciding, committing, telling 7 different people what you're committing to, right? Like, for example, Jason knows one of my goals in terms of like business. And so I've told him, and I've told a few other people. So I'm like, okay, the longer the list is, hey, Nicole, the more commitment I have to that person. Because if I commit, that means automatically I have no choice to not disappoint me. Doesn't matter how long it takes me. Doesn't matter how long it takes me. But if I commit, because I'm falling in love with the process, automatically it shifts everything, right? So when you're learning a new skill, I want you, whatever skill it is, if you're wanting to learn knitting, do that. If you're wanting to learn how to sing, I don't care what it is. This year, you have to commit to something that is new. And if you feel called to, tell me. Hey, Mike, right? If you feel called to, tell me. But I want you to, that new skill will have you grow, because in your brain, there's like this is it Huberman? Dr. Huberman, I don't know. Anyways, he says that, and I got verification from my friend Albert, because I have no knowledge of like the body and the science and whatever. It bores me to like pieces. You guys know I love selling my drinks, but I don't care about what's inside. As long as it helps and it's kosher and we're good, we're boom. And so he was saying, if you do things every single day in your brain, it actually stretches something inside of your brain I don't know if it's the amygdala, whatever. I have no idea. But it stretches something inside of you. And so automatically it pushes the boundary of limits. When you can stretch something in your mind and do something hard all the time, automatically your brain's like switched on, switched on, switched on. Jason could talk to you because he's a dancer. He dances Dubai. He was the one that danced in The Lion King years ago in the Netherlands, right? And I'm sure when he had to learn new moves, at first it was frustrating. It's frustrating, Lisa, to learn a new move. It's frustrating, Magda, when you don't get the right conversation. It's frustrating, Alicia. Hey, Alicia, when you're talking to someone, they want the product, but they don't want it straight away. And so it's frustrating, but you learn from the mistakes because they're going to either teach you or you're going to learn a different way, right? Either you win or you learn. You never lose, right? I always have to repeat that stuff to myself also at the same time. And then once you've done that, once you've done the new skill, what's the magic code? The magic code, and I know it's boring, but it's the one that will have you fly. And that is the repetition. And you're probably like, girl, bah, I'm done. Well, then you won't get grit. You won't have grit. The reason why I'm saying repeating is because with the repetition, you get better. I can go live on TikTok. I'm literally leave on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube. But I can go live on TikTok, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube. At first, it was one platform. Then now I can have a full conversation and still go on to my notes and still continue a conversation and still interact with you guys. Why? How? Because I've practiced. Now you're looking at somebody that's practiced for 4 years. Now, for the ones that don't know, me going live has also enabled me to go on stage. Why? Because it's the conversation. Because I can interact with you guys. You guys know everything I post, it's a conversation. When I'm in the DMs, I reply to you. Maybe it takes me a little bit of time to reply, but I still reply. It's an easy skill. But once you know the skill, Lisa, Rosaline, Alicia, Jason, Talisha, Magda, Kiara, Naima, when you know the skill, Noura, automatically it just gets better. But you don't get better if you don't practice. So just the Squid Game, the guy that talked about his business, and every single day for 10 years, every day, year 1, they said no. Year 2, they said no. Year 3, they said no. Year 4, they said no. Year 5, they said no. Year 6, they said no. Year 7, they said no. Year 8, they said no. Year 9, they said no. But if you didn't quit on 9, on 10, they would have said yes. But because you didn't have enough grit, you let go. I was talking to somebody, I was listening to a podcast. This girl, what's her name? Aziza. She is the fastest runner in Lebanon. And she was able to run in Paris for the Olympics last year. And somebody was telling the fact that, why did you continue and go all in? And she said, it's only last year that she got a breakthrough. And you know how many years she's been running for? 15 years. She's been running for 15 years, and she only had a breakthrough last year at the Olympics. Are you serious? But you want to give up because you haven't found love? You want to give up because you haven't found the money? You want to give up because you're not a millionaire straight away after joining network marketing after 2 days? You're not a millionaire? I'm sorry, my love. You're probably gonna have to learn a lot of skills. But then you're not made for skills. You're not made for change. You're not made to stand out. But you can change it, right? Hey, Pauline, you speak truth. Amazing teaching. I keep watching this. Can you save this? Yes, absolutely. And send me so I can send it to others. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm going to leave it here on Insta. It's on all platforms. So I'll leave it for you. No worries. Hey, Pauline. But what if you could just continue? Ciao, Carla. One more. I'll give you, for example, I'll give you one, and this is super personal, but at least some of y'all know, right? My desire to get married and have kids is on another level. She's ready. She's ready. She's ready. I see Jason on the side of the screen. He's like, are you really ready? Well, I had a conversation with God. Let me tell you this. He put me in place. He's like, girl, you ain't ready. Right? But why am I saying this? And how does that go into grit? Because sometimes in your life, in order for you to get something you want, you have to work on something that is deeper inside. You maybe have to work on your confidence to meet the right person. Hey, Kieran, you maybe have to work on, I don't know what it is, to get better at skills. We can't put you on that stage because you're not ready to be a better storyteller. I don't know what your grit is, but you've got to find it, because once you know the discipline, you can add the discipline in business. You can add the discipline in your work. You can add the discipline in your love life. You can add discipline in boundaries. You can add discipline in friends. You can add your discipline into so many various different things. But if Kieran or Carla or Magda or Jason or Alicia, Talisha, Naima, you don't have the grit, it is going to be so difficult. And so my wish for you guys is that you be the Squid Game in your own life. You be the Squid Game in your life where, regardless of the rejection, regardless of not having that film go through, whatever that is, you still go through and you still push with the energy and the audacity and the bravery that it will work out. Because let me tell you this, the multicultural, the multi-ethnic, we're changing the game. And so if you're wanting to build with social media and you want that, absolutely drop me #hybrid on Instagram, right? Or Facebook. TikTok, I'm going to leave the live on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube so you can watch it. Same handle. That's simply it. But what if you could change your life now? It requires 3 things: have the grit, commit, new skill, and then repeating it all the time. Just like in sales. Somebody does want your product. Okay, great, cool. Move on. Find somebody else. There's 8 billion people, right? So hopefully that resonated, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I don't know how long I've been. I said I was going to be only 10 minutes, but clearly sometimes when I'm off on something, I'm just like, I'm talking. So guys, love you. Appreciate you. TikTok, as I said again, I shall leave it on Insta, Facebook, and YouTube so you can watch it there. If you guys are looking for an extra income, you're wanting to build online, offline, that's really up to you. Absolutely. Drop #hybrid. You're fed up of living paycheck to paycheck or invoice to invoice, and you're looking for something new. You're looking for something that will take care of your body from the inside out. Then absolutely. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Oops. Sorry. Facebook. Oh, I forgot to turn off.